Our visitor today is Kenneth Malone. He has worked at Beaty Hardware for 51 years. That's older than I am, or close. He's now the owner-operator. And if you've lived in Cleveland or Bradley County, you've been to Beaty's last week, most likely.
Wait, did you hit it like this in? Just feel like
That's what Come on. So, Kenneth, it's hot out there, isn't it?
It is
What
hot
do you
out
think
there.
it is? 91?
Close to it. I played golf this morning. Let me trust you. It's
Where'd
hot
you
out
play
there.
at?
Chatham Valley.
Chatham Valley. Was there many on the course?
Actually, there was. Yeah, everybody wanted to play early. We played at 8.
8 o'clock.
Yeah, we got done at 12. There were still people teeing off, so I guarantee they got hot.
Was Jim Birch just, he doesn't own that anymore, does he? The Birches?
No. No, Gary bought it. Gary bought it back.
How long did Jim and them, I can't remember even when they sold it.
I can't tell you how many years it's been actually myself.
It's probably been longer than I've played there before, but I usually ride bikes through there and see people.
Right.
But, boy, I bet they're hot out there today. Of course, it's a
guarantee
little
you.
overcast, but it's heavy humid.
There's no wind.
No wind.
That's what was hot.
Do they call that dog days of summer?
I believe they do.
Dog days.
Yep. Yep, it was hot.
After blackberry winter, that's when it gets we have a little chill in the air, but it's still hot in the blackberries. We've already had that one,
I
right?
believe we have, yep.
What's after dog days?
You've got me on that one.
There's something I remember, but I just can't remember what Indian summer, maybe.
Indian summer.
Indian summer.
It may be. If it's not, we're going to call it that.
Now, Beaty's Feed and Hardware, was that ever a franchise?
No.
Or was it just started by Clayton Beaty or
No, it was started by Clayton's dad, Virgil,
Virgil?
and Virgil's brother, Sim. 1937, I think. Or
1937.
36, something. 87 years ago.
87 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, what was here? That was the Able Hardware here then, or do you know?
I remember Able Hardware, yeah, when I was young, yeah.
But Beaty's was. Would that have been more in town or more out of town in 1938?
Back then, that was probably close to in town. They actually started not where we're at now, but at the bottom of the hill where the red light is, over there on the corner, kind of across from the grocery store there. There's a little lot there,
I can't place that.
kind of behind Kentucky Fried Chicken, and it's a vacant lot now. There was a building there, but that's kind of where they started.
Oh, Lord, yeah, that's way kind of down in the hole.
Just right there, yeah, at the red light kind of, but
Yeah.
to the right. But and then Virgil bought Sim out. He went. He was with the Board of Education, I think.
Now, back then it was horse feed.
It was mainly feed, and then it was mainly a feed store when they started. The hardware didn't start till probably 20 years later or so, when they built the building up there. And there's two sides to Beaty's. There's a lower section and an upper section. They built the lower section, and then years later, they built that upper section.
So they had the lower section when they were still at the other location, I guess,
Well,
right?
that's where they built the lower section when they moved. That's where they moved to.
About 20 years, so it'd been, what, 1958? Or
Probably something like that, yeah. And then up the upper section, I'm thinking maybe it was in the 70s or 80s. Well, it's probably, no, it had to be before I got there. Probably in the 60s when they built the upper section. So they back then had two entrances, and we had it when I
Right.
worked there. But I've had to change that. We've had to evolve into something different. But when I started there, we had two entrances: a side entrance and a front entrance on Wildwood.
And there wasn't much parking there on the front, I remember, was there? It was just
Not hardly any
just
parking.
right on the road.
It was on the road, and that's the reason I changed it. I changed it about a year after I bought the store from Clayton.
I've been going there since I was about 14, working for my uncle.
Mm-hmm.
anytime you're on that end of town, you need something,
Yeah,
just, straw or stakes or barbed wire or fence post or marking tape or
yeah, anything.
anything,
Yeah,
just about anything.
We still try to thrive to that. We've had to change over the years, but
Do you think you're pretty close to whatever Ace Hardware would have, aren't you?
yeah, in the general hardware we do, yeah. They get into more higher end projects than I do, but where we're located, the customer base I have, if we have just general hardware, of course we differentiate ourselves just to get people to come. I still sell boats by the pound, nails. If you want one nail, you can buy one nail. If you want to buy one screw, you can buy one screw. I don't sell the box stuff, package stuff, which is what you're required to buy when you go to a lot of these other stores. We've changed.
You did the
We're
bag.
not going to change.
You did the bag up and weigh everything up.
Just let you do. Yeah, just let them go up there and get what they want. Yeah, just let them. And people come down there with 3 nails, and it may be 25 cents, but that's all they get. That's fine with us. That's what they want.
Well, when Clayton, let's see, Virgil bought it from Sim or Sim bought it from
No,
Virgil?
Virgil bought it from Sam.
And then Virgil had it. Now his son Clayton, he grew up in the store, right?
Oh yeah. He grew up in the store, and then he kind of went away for a little while. Went to school, went to college, was in the reserve. Whenever I started working there, it was funny. I was at the end of senior year at the Old Bradley High School, and Charles Arnold said, "Hey, by the way, if anybody's looking for a job, Beaty Hardware is looking for some summer help."
Had you gone there some?
I didn't even know what Beaty Hardware was, but I was looking for a job, so I thought I'd go out there and apply. And I talked to Virgil, and Jim Gold was
Jim Gold
was the manager there then.
God,
He's the one that hired me.
I forgot about Jim Gold. He worked there for years.
Yeah, he worked there, and actually Clayton I don't think was there at the time. Of course, like I said, he'd be in and out, but I didn't meet Clayton till down the road. But I think he was in National Guard at the time whenever I started working there.
What about Garner Gold? Did you ever know Garner?
Jim's son,
Jim's
sure.
son, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I hadn't seen him in years.
Yeah, actually, I hadn't seen him in a number of years myself.
He's my age.
Oh, that's right. He probably is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim still comes around the store. In fact, he was in there this week. He comes in there regular.
He's always real proper and
Yeah, he works for the funeral home.
yeah, maybe the one in Benton.
Yeah, that's one. That's one he works at.
He's always if he's going to be in charge, he'll take care of it.
Yeah, but he's I love Jim. He was a great man. Taught me a lot, and I worked there. I don't know how many years, maybe 4 or 5 years, when he got a job selling hardware on the road for Beck and Greg Hardware. They're out of business now. But he left and started selling hardware. And I guess then I just started.
Did he come back there, Jim?
Actually,
Seems like
Jim came back. Jim came back after he semi-retired, and he worked with us part-time for a few years.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I forgot all about that, but I can't remember when that was. But yeah, he did come back.
I remember
and work with us
him
for a
came
while.
back there
Yeah.
for a while.
I didn't have to tell him anything to do. He pretty well done.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a sort of a self-organizer.
He's a
isn't he?
great guy, yeah, sure is.
So when did Clayton take over then?
I guess it just, he just gradually kind of took over when he got out of the service and just started coming around. And then he built the fertilizer plant. I think him and David Norton started the fertilizer plant.
The insurance guy?
No. He was just he was hired in, and he left. When he left the store, he was selling feed somewhere in Knoxville. But I think him and Clayton might actually started together. I'm not sure, or he just helped Clayton get the fertilizer plant started. But that was Clayton's passion, was
My wife
fertilizer.
My wife really liked Clayton. I was glad he wasn't closer to my age. She really liked him.
Everybody loved Clayton. He just had that personality, and he would help anybody. He would go out of his way to help people and answer the questions. If you called him, he called you back. He was that kind of guy. But,
He wasn't really about money, was he? As far
not
as
at
like,
all. Not at all. No, he just enjoyed what he was doing. He really did. And he's one that liked to learn more. We would go out of town constantly. I mean, we'd have 2 hardware shows a year and 3 farm shows a year. Just about always went together. But while we were there, he would have a garden center that he would go visit, or we would go to a nursery, or we'd go something. He was always wanting to learn more about that horticultural business. It was just amazing what he'd learned. He had so much knowledge.
did you have FFA in high school or anything?
I did. That's where of course, I was in agriculture when they hired.
That Arnold was he was a teacher there
Yeah,
then, wasn't he?
yeah.
I had Lackey. Was he there then?
He was there.
Yeah.
He was there at the same time too. Yeah.
By the time I got there, Lackey was head of it.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I went to the I was the first graduating class of the new high school, so I got to see both high schools.
Oh.
So I got to enjoy them both. But whenever we went to the new high school, I think it was just Mr. Arnold. I'm not sure Mr. Lackey. He might have done something else then. I'm not sure. I think it was just Mr. Arnold then.
So you've worked there for 51 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's a long time.
Yeah, I just started working there, and I guess I just stayed over there, didn't realize. And then after a while, what else you going to do?
Yeah. I mean, you get comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a good place to work. Who would have thought when you went there that day after school that you'd end up owning it?
I sure wouldn't have.
You would have never dreamed that.
No. I mean, you think, it's a family business, and you think
Yeah.
it's going to always be family. Then,
Yeah.
John Clayton's son, but he has interest in the fertilizer plant. He's smarter than me. He didn't want to get into retail business.
Is retail hard? Yeah. What's the hardest part? Returns, or how do you?
The hardest part is just dealing with everybody. I mean, you've just got to learn to deal with different people, different personalities. Once you learn your customers, you learn how to treat them. I mean, some of them like to be yelled at and hollered at and cussed at, and some of them you've got to treat them.
And some of them don't even
Different
want to
way.
be talked to, probably.
Yeah, some of them, and just some of them just come in there and get what they want. I have many of my customers that will come in, and they, especially my older customers, they'll come in and get stuff and wave at you and go out the door. You got to remember what they got and charge it to them. They're just going out the door. They say, "You got it?" We say, "Yeah, we got it." They don't even want to deal with going to the cash register. They're just ready to go.
You got to be pretty kind of guessing, don't you?
Yeah, but we know them all. It's great. It's great. I've been there 51 years. Many of these people remember me when I started working there.
Why, sure.
That's what they tell all my employees. They say, whenever Kenneth was working here, he had dark hair and skinny, and
Are you in your 60s yet?
I'm 68.
68.
Yeah.
Good gosh.
Yes, sure I am.
What year did you buy it?
05, 18 years ago, June of 05.
Well, things were booming in 05, weren't they?
Yeah, but right after that, we had a recession.
In 8.
Yeah, it wasn't many years
Did
after that.
it hit your business in 7 or 8 or 9?
Probably 7.
Started early in that. The places it started early at came back sooner, I noticed.
Yeah.
It's sort of a cycle. Mm-hmm. I didn't really see it till the end of 08.
Yeah. Yeah, it hit everybody different. And then, our business started growing, and then just kind of lulled out. I mean, the side of town we're at, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's you're really not. Does most of your people come from Polk County, or not Polk County, but that end of?
A lot of them do, and our biggest customer base is the south side of Cleveland, but we get many people that come from the north side of Cleveland. They want to come over there and They want to shop Beatties. They've shot Beatties all their life.
Yeah.
The hardest thing we've got going right now is there's so many people moving into Cleveland, and a lot of them are buying houses on the south side of Cleveland, but they don't know a thing about Beatties. So they'll drive they're in town, and finally one of their neighbors or something say, "Why don't you just go over there to Beatties?"
Yeah.
They'll go,
Yeah.
"What's Beatties?"
Yeah.
And then when they come in there, they just love us. You know, here they've been an hour round trip,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now they're 10-minute round trip.
It really is an hour round trip.
It is.
25 minutes one way at least.
Yeah, yeah. So you know, a lot of times all they're wanting is a 99-cent coupling or just
Yeah.
something like that. And they've been driving all the way across town, didn't realize we were there.
From where you're at Beatty's, if you was to drive to Ace Hardware and back, it would take you 20 minutes to get there, probably.
Probably.
And probably 20 minutes back.
And on Friday, you're going to
Oh,
have
yeah.
another 10 or 15
I'm saying
minutes.
on a Wednesday morning, probably.
Yeah, sure.
Did you ever eat at Reimer's?
Many times. Every day there went for a while. That was where I ate every day.
Wally Burger?
Yep.
Was it Wally Burger?
Had Wally burgers.
It had slaw on it,
Yep.
right? Hot slaw and
Big old hamburgers, and their biscuits for breakfast was big old
Oh,
cat
yeah.
head biscuits. I mean, it was
and Wally Reimer's, and it was a Wally Burger, and the Wally Burger came with
Hot slaw.
hot slaw, and it was that mustard hot slaw,
Yeah.
not the
Yeah.
mayonnaise. It was mustard.
and you had to like grease.
You had to
because
like
they
grease,
just
and they
slapped
had
her on.
good Cokes,
They did. Yeah,
and they had good breakfasts.
yeah, they did.
Good gravy.
That was a popular place.
Wonder why they went out of business. I guess I think the last girls that owned that just had trouble with.
I think they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, you know, when Whirlpool moves, and you know that was.
I
a big
guess that
customer
was
base.
it, wasn't it?
Yeah, that made them. You know, that lost a big customer base because that's where people would eat breakfast and lunch at work.
Yeah.
A lot of people did.
And then but you got the Cameron's. I hadn't eaten at Cameron's in a long time.
You know, I haven't in a while. I like it, but it's just
It takes spells. Sometimes it'll be good, and sometimes it's not.
yeah, it's a good place. Most of the time, I just eat at the store, so I don't go out much for
You
lunch.
take your lunch.
Sometimes we'll go pick up something. My kids that work for me, I have all college kids that work for me, which is the greatest thing in the world. It's hard to get people to work, but I can work around the schedule of college kids, and I've got some great kids working for me. But they love to order stuff to be delivered every day.
It's that
Every
Uber.
day.
See, that's out of what me and you're used to. That
Yeah,
just
I
doesn't
still
go with.
don't. Well, I mean, $20 for a iced coffee. I mean, I'm not going to do it. They have it delivered to me.
They don't think anything
But
about
every
it.
one of them, I have 5, 6 good college kids, and every one of them, I mean, 50% of the time, you'll see somebody bringing in a bag, saying somebody's name.
And they got a tip too, I guess.
I reckon that's when you ordered.
Yeah.
I've never done it, but I think when you ordered online, you had a tip, and
yeah.
it's just all. It's when they give it there. they
Uber
give it to you.
Eats, they call it.
Yeah, yeah, but they really take advantage of it. I mean, I wouldn't have believed it. I mean, but every day we're getting food delivered constantly.
That's got to play out, I would think, because it's about, if you go to eat at Aubrey's, it's $18. It's $18.
Yeah,
I went to Pizza Hut Tuesday, and it was $10 for the buffet and no drink.
yeah.
And it used to be, in '08, it was $4.99. Golly. In '08, what slacked off the most?
Just everything, kind of. And it took a number of years for it to really, really, really build back. To be honest with you, my business really took off, and now, thank goodness, we are just busier than we've ever. Really, since I've bought the store, almost since I've worked there. COVID helped my business more than anything. It's hard to believe, but people found us. We didn't close. We were an essential store. And a lot of people that hadn't been to Beatty's started coming back to Beatty's. And I
Wonder
mean,
what
it
the reason-
didn't quit. It didn't
I
quit.
wonder what the reason for that is. There's got to be a reason.
I think it's just because we're essential. There's so many stores that were closed and couldn't open up.
Well, what wouldn't Ace have been open or Lowe's
Yeah,
or?
yeah, Yeah, they did. But, you know, it got to where that there was a bad supply where a lot of people were out of things.
I remember that.
And I have been there long enough where I can find things a little bit faster. And I was not out of a lot of things. I was out of a lot of things, but I had a lot of things some other people didn't have.
Would you have just years of knowing who would, relationships?
Just good relationships, yeah.
Whereas these corporate stores, they have to buy it from these people. And
They have to buy from probably a centralized place, and it gets shipped to them, where I could go pick it up somewhere if I had to. And
yeah, whereas they can't do that. You can just say, hey, we've been selling too many of these. I'm going to head to so-and-so, a 4-hour drive, and come back with them.
yeah.
That's the difference between a hometown store that's
Yeah.
independent.
And just knowing where to get a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I just know where to get it. You know, and our business has evolved. You know, back we used to be a big industrial business. You know, with Whirlpool behind us, that really helped us. But a lot of the industry in Cleveland, a lot of the factories, we delivered to them and catered to them. But with the internet, all they got to do is push a button and they have it tomorrow. It's not like it used to be. The only time you'll see a lot of them in there is they got to have it today.
Yeah.
But and I don't blame them. I mean, they don't charge. They just ship them to them the next day, whatever they want, and they have it. So it works. It works for them.
When I was in there, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, it's evolved into more of a home goods, I guess. Is that what you call it? Like I mean, you have some stuff there that, I don't know what, it's not just hardware or industrial, it's, what do you call that stuff?
Well, everybody's going back now to basics. I mean, people have chickens now. They have rabbits. They've got goats. A lot of people are doing their own, raising a big into gardens.
They're watching this do-it-yourself stuff on YouTube?
Sure. And just a lot of people, you know, they want to have it. A lot of people are scared, you know, who knows what's going to happen down the road. And, you know, during COVID, you know, a lot of people couldn't get things, you know, and a lot of people want to be self-sufficient, a little more self-sufficient. So it's really made our business grow, and we've cater a lot to that. Have you heard of our flock swap that we have? The first Saturday of every month, people just show up with their chickens or their goats or their rabbits or ducks or whatever. They just back their car up back there in the back parking lot. And I think this last week we had one. Ours is always the first Saturday of the month. I think there was 16 people pulled up out there, but the customers that come in, it's like you're at a daggone flea market. You just wouldn't believe it. I mean, we almost have to we do have to direct traffic to get people in and out right back in there, but people are buying and selling chickens, trading chickens. I mean, it's the coolest thing.
I bet it is.
And we've been doing that for about 3 years now.
What inspired that?
I was reading a magazine of somebody in, I think it was in South Florida, was doing a similar type thing. And I thought, you know what? That's a good idea. We ought to do something like that. And we studied up on it, read on it. They charged a fee. They would charge somebody $10 to set up, but then they'd give them a $10 voucher to spend at the store. We just let people pull up. I mean, we just let them pull up and back up and.
It's too complicated to do all that.
There's no need in all that. They're going to come in the store and buy
All
something.
you're trying to do is get some traffic.
Yeah, and it really, it's like a zoo there. I mean, but it's neat to see what all people have down there.
Ducks. Ducks, I guess.
Oh yeah, we always have ducks. We got quail. People have quail. Quail are big down there for some reason. We have a lot of people with quail, but this last time we had a pig and a goat. So they have everything. They have everything. It's really, and a lot of people just bring their kids just to, like a zoo.
A petting zoo.
Yeah, they'll just walk.
Well, that is a good idea. Will they park over in that gravel area across the road?
Right behind us back there, where we've got mulch and all. We have to line them up around in there. But we have a good time. That's a fun time. We just kind of enjoy that day. We're kind of laid back that day.
It's sort of like the old farmers market used to be.
Sure. But now we don't have people selling, vegetables or anything like a.
You could do that on the second Saturday
Yeah,
or
well,
something.
we probably could, but, there's enough of that around here. They have enough of that, but, and we've had people call wanting to sell like a yard sale. I said, no, you have to have critters. I mean, we're not going to have a flea market or a yard sale type thing.
Yeah, it needs to be people that are in the feed.
People come
feeding.
there. I mean, people will come. We've had people drive from Knoxville, from Gatlinburg, to set up stuff. We had somebody had peacocks they brought down one time and had peacocks down there. So it's getting to be a good thing.
I have to come by. What do they do? Clear out about noon or what? Or
Yeah,
1?
especially when it gets hot like this. Yeah, I mean, the best time to get there is probably 9 o'clock. We open up at 8. When I get there about 7:15, there's already people setting up because they want to get a spot. But once a lot of people just bring a few that they just want to get rid of. They're in and out. They just pull up, somebody will buy all they got, and they'll leave.
So they'll sell these things too.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Like $10 a chicken or something.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the price is now, but it's higher than it was there for a while.
I don't know where you'd buy one.
No.
If you wanted to buy them, where would you go buy them?
Yeah. No kid. I mean, I think there's a flea market in Georgia that a lot of people go to that sells chickens. But it's just a neat thing.
Did you just start slowly advertising or just let it?
Yeah, we did, and now and it's caught on, and it's a good thing. Burgess, they have one, and we did this store that went out of business. Farm to farm, whether they had one, so they were picking different. They'd pick a different weekend.
Farm to fork was that
farm
it?
to farm.
Oh,
but they're no longer there.
Oh.
But they were having one, but we'd all have different weeks. Make sure we don't have one the same week. Because a lot of these people will go that set ups. It's kind of a little business for them. They go to all of them.
well, I had a guy on here on the podcast that talked about raising quails, and because I thought he said racing, and I couldn't figure out how you'd race them, but come to find out he raises them. I bet he's goes.
Sure.
Why would they raise quail? I wonder. What would be the? They're not that big, right?
I mean, you got to if it's for food, you got to have a mess of them.
You'd have to have a bunch.
Yeah, but a lot of people raise them. I think they raise them for eggs too. A lot of people like quail eggs.
I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
Quail eggs.
Yeah. Yeah, they're supposed to be actually better for you than
What about this
eggs.
thing about the chicken's eggs? That was an odd thing, wasn't it? How the chicken, all of a sudden the chicken eggs were expensive.
That's what made the chicken business like I've got just explode because of that. And people just want to raise their own.
What created that?
I don't know.
I mean, I have no idea.
No.
I never heard that. I just heard they were.
There was a couple of places that had the bird flu, which, when they had to do that, they have to get rid of the birds. They can't have them. And I think there was a couple of areas had that and kind of affected part of it.
And one place burned or something.
Yeah. And I guess it's just like whenever there were shortage of toilet paper, there really wasn't. Most people went and bought a ton of them.
Just got it started.
Yeah.
But so that's made and if you go online, you see these chicken coops and they.
Sure. And they're not cheap.
Now, how often would a chicken lay an egg?
Every day.
I mean, if you didn't have a chicken, so they're getting away from the chicken farms, the masses. They're just getting what?
Yeah,
two chickens?
dozen chickens.
And
Yeah.
put them in a pen. How
Yeah.
big?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could, one size of this room right here, you could have 20 chickens.
So they just live here like you.
Yeah,
And
just
then-
fence them in.
And you.
We got to have a coop, for them to get in, and if you don't free range them, they got to have a place to lay their eggs.
And so, how many eggs would they lay? Reckon?
But one a day,
Not two, just like one.
basically one a day. Yeah.
One a day. That's a bunch.
But I mean,
isn't
so
it?
they'll go through spells where they lay 2 or 3. If you had a dozen chickens, you'd probably average 8, 10 eggs a day.
I know just about every place in Cleveland that you drive that sells eggs, homegrown eggs.
Sure.
And I always stop. There's a place in Polk County that's self-serve. You just open the refrigerator and put your.
Seriously.
Used to be $2. Now
Wow.
it's $4.
Yeah.
You just put $4, and then they ask you to bring that carton back when you come back and get it.
Well, that's neat.
But I never have thought about that, but I guess you'd get up in the morning and go out there and collect some eggs. Wonder who the first person thought about eating an egg.
I don't know. You always wonder about that on any kind of food. You know, who thought about eating that?
Who thought about eating that one?
Yeah.
What else are they raising to eat like that?
Well, a lot of people are, well, not a lot, but we have quite a few people that raise rabbits for food.
Just kill them and skin them?
Yep, sure. And of course, a lot of people raise chickens not for the eggs, but they raise them
To
for
eat,
the chicken. Yeah.
Now, if this was in 1900 or 1890, you'd have a cow to milk.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be raising pigs to eat, chickens, eggs. That's how you do it.
Yeah, and then of course your garden, and
Yeah, your garden.
which is what people are going to now. More and more
If you
gardens.
had 5 acres that was fairly level, and you had a well or with a water source, and maybe a windmill, or solar or something, you could manage that to where you could eat all year and still sell stuff.
I'm
if,
sure,
if you
yeah.
planned it out.
Yep, if the
Maybe
weather was
even
good,
less
yeah.
than 5 acres.
Yeah. Yep, that's a pretty good area.
Yeah. Now, if you go down to the Amish, they have honey
Yep.
and about everything else, but I don't think they have eggs. I wonder why they don't have eggs.
I thought some of them did, but they may not. Maybe different ones. But I think there's some that do have eggs and chickens that they sell.
Did they redo Wildwood Avenue right in front of your store, or was that further down?
No, I hope they do. We don't know what they're going to do yet. I got all this stuff with this overpass over the railroad,
I've heard about that.
and
What'd you hear? Just
Nothing.
rumors?
yeah, and it's basically going to be behind us.
My understanding is, and it may not even be wrong, but before you get to the bridge coming from Benton, it takes a left and goes over to Third Street,
Which is right behind
which is
me.
behind y'all,
Yeah.
and goes across, and somewhere by the Salvation Army, it meets back at Inman, is what I heard.
I know it's.
I wish they'd show us a plan, don't
That's,
you?
they're supposed to be having some meetings. I read in the paper they're going to have some meetings. I think they said 60 days, and it was last week in the paper. But I plan on attending just because I'd like to know. I mean,
Sure, you got a plan.
yeah, it's got to be around us.
You may have to change your front door again.
We may have to. I hope not. I hope not, because when we first changed it, a lot of people thought we were closed. So it took us a while to, and we'd hang signs and try to tell, but a lot of people thought we were closed.
Just because you'd moved the door over to the side.
And we would park in the front. We'd try, we try to direct people, but we sure did. A lot of people come in our store. They said, "We thought you was closed." So it took us a while. We actually could see a lull in our business when we first changed. It's kind of it took a while for people to realize, no, we weren't closed. We just changed our entrance.
Well, that was a better place. It was hard. It was kind of hard to back out right there.
Oh, it was terrible.
You
We
had
had
to-
wrecks all the time.
You had to really gun it when you
When
backed
Whirlpool was there and they got off work, it was impossible. I mean, it really was. But
up. You know, you're pretty high on the ridge there when you look down on Cleveland. I bet if you really looked, Cleveland's kind of down, right?
oh yeah, I can see quite a ways over there from the back.
You know, that used to be the Rott House is over there, right? The Rott House. That's that dark brick house close to Whirlpool where that Julius Rott lived. You're on what was his farm, his place.
Oh, is that right?
He owned 2,000 acres there.
Okay. Well, see, I didn't even know that. Okay.
Yeah, and that's where the Union took over his.
Oh, that
his
house
place.
is back there behind us.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Does
yeah,
anybody live there?
yeah. I think they do.
I see a car there sometime.
Yeah, I think he comes in the store occasionally. I don't know where he lives in that. There's a little house beside the big house. I'm not sure where he lives in just the house
They ought
beside
to
it.
take that house and make a museum.
They
out
should
of
do something with it. They really should. It's a unique looking house for
Yeah,
sure.
and it's got a lot of history. That guy had a lot to do with Bradley County.
Well, isn't there something about a tunnel or something going from his house to the railroad or something?
They claimed, I had a guy that read up on him, and he came. It's a number, episode number 80, I think it is, and he dressed up like what Rot would do, and I interviewed Rot.
Is that right?
You ought to watch it, and it was Ross Tarver's son was the actor.
Oh, okay.
And he really played. So so it was really, and I asked him about that tunnel because some said it was a tunnel to take the payroll to the train to the depot,
Right.
and others said that it was part of the Underground Railroad, where they would smuggle slaves back to freedom.
Right.
And so I asked him, and nobody knew the answer. So he, as the character, he said, "I'd rather not talk about that."
There you go.
But he really tried to be as much like him as possible.
Huh. Well, that's
It was
neat.
really good.
Yeah.
So, do you think that? Isn't it funny that if they had that road come around through there, that could put you more in the spotlight, couldn't it?
I guess it depends on how they do it, but it's going to be interesting to see. It's already with this city fields things over at Blythe.
Yeah.
We can already see a better flow, and they're selling houses, and people are buying houses. They're just renting houses. We already have quite a few people. We have quite a few people that walk to our store. Even I mean, just kind of they're kind of
It's not
close
far
by.
walk, is
No.
it?
No, it's so it's changing. It's going to be interesting to see if it changes because they're saying all this is supposed to connect Blythe area to downtown, and that's what I'm anxious to see what happens. It may not happen while I'm alive, but it may happen.
There's
road.
so much talk about it. I think that it's probably something in the works.
Yeah.
When we don't get the newspaper anymore, we don't. Do you get the newspaper still?
I do. Yeah.
What does it come twice a week?
3 times a week.
Come in the mail?
Yeah.
Isn't that so weird?
Yeah.
So weird.
And I don't think they have that many
If you'd have
subscribers.
said to somebody 20 years ago, "Hey, Kenneth, your employees will be ordering their food. They'll be ordering coffee to be delivered to work, and you'll be getting your newspaper in the mail," you'd thought that's crazy.
Sure. Or 20 years ago, you'll be buying bottled water. Yeah.
Bottled water. I remember I was probably 10 years old, and remember that little convenience store on Bates Pike, way out Bates Pike, close to the primitive settlement. There was a little corner store there,
I think I know what you're talking
and
about.
they had Cokes in the thing.
Yeah.
I remember being real thirsty one time, and I stopped there, and I thought, "Boy, I'd rather just have some water, but you can't bottle water." I said, if I'd only thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, I don't know how they make money off of it. A whole case is $3.99.
No kidding.
I mean, how in the world could you?
obviously they
What
do.
could they be making?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought the same thing. I mean, you got to.
I mean, they can't. They're not making $3.99.
Yeah. I mean, you buy them for 10 cents a bottle almost, or 15 cents a
I
bottle.
guess it's the strangest thing, and I get to where I can't drink water out of a faucet anymore. I just makes no sense, but I can't do it.
Right.
You notice the water tasting a little funny now?
Yeah, they've been talking about that.
I think
hope
it
gets
seems to
better.
be getting a little better,
Yeah,
or
I
I'm
think it
getting used to it.
Yeah, one or the other. None of us have died yet.
So in '08, did your business really slow down?
Yeah.
Did you have to do anything, implement anything, or did you just hang on?
We just hanged on. I mean, basically, it was tough. But,
I mean, it was profit wasn't necessarily a thing. It was just sort of a
just wasn't
we
much
broke
business.
even. Just
Yeah.
and then when COVID hit, did you have to do the masking up and everything and distance people on the floor?
You know what? And I think what helped our business too. We didn't require anything. We had the plexiglass. I did do the plexiglass in front of the counter. If you wanted to wear a mask in the store, you could. If you didn't want to, you didn't have to. We just kind of let people do what they wanted to. But now we did have a lot of customers that would call in their order, and we would go outside, they'd pay for it on credit card, and we'd get there and they'd flip the hatch, and we'd just throw their feed in, and they'd drive on. We had quite a bit of that. But as far as coming in, and a lot of people appreciated it, a lot of people didn't like it.
Right. You just never knew.
But we just decided to just let people do what they wanted to do. And
It put the plexiglass for the employee.
Yeah. Yeah. So it worked out.
Now, what about then? Now we've got this employee thing. It's really tough to find help.
It is real tough. Like I said, I've got college kids, and it really works real good for me, especially if I get them when they're just going into college. I usually have them about 2 to 4 years. You know, it depends on what they're going to be doing or where they're going to go to college.
What type would go to work? You know, a lot of college students don't work anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So you're getting the people that are needing the money?
Yeah, I guess need the money or just wanting something to do, want extra money. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to say. You know, they want some kids want to actually do something.
You got to admire those.
Hopefully I'm training them and teaching them stuff that they're gonna do down the road. But I'm real flexible with when I hire them on. They'll just give me their schedule, and I work around their schedule. And it works good for me because I've got them in the summertime where I can get a little bit of a break. They're out of school, so they want to work more, so they work more.
So you got 3 months of, and if they thought they could be off but they couldn't, or thought they could work, you just have to be real flexible.
Oh yeah, they'll I tell them just I need a good week's notice, and they'll, you know, kids today I need to take off next week. They don't really have to have a reason. You know, we just work around it. You know, I say, well, if I can get such and such to work, we'll make it happen, and we usually do.
Or they'll switch out, I guess.
Yeah, so they appreciate that, you know, so it works for both of us.
But if I was an employer and I was hiring people that had college degrees, first question I'd ask is, did you work during college? Because that would be worth more to me.
Sure.
That they were, a hard worker than just somebody that just passed because they didn't have to work. It'd have to make a difference in your grades, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're working and the others are studying.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, they still have study time. I mean,
But the other people are studying more, I'm guessing.
Well, they maybe, or they're just doing nothing, playing games.
The more time you have, the less you get done, it seems like.
Yeah.
Now, what time do y'all close? Like at 5 or what?
5:30.
And what about Saturdays?
8 to 5 on Saturday and 7:30 to 5:30 through the week.
Have you ever thought 5's too late on Saturdays?
No. A lot of people thought we closed, and some people still do because the co-op closes at 12. But some of our biggest business is 3 to 5 o'clock on Saturday. People just doing stuff around the house and all, and again, don't want to drive across town.
And it takes them a while when they're doing a Saturday project to realize what they need, probably.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody's doing a plumbing job and they come in be early Saturday morning, I say, I'll see you here in a little while. You usually see them 3 times.
What, ain't that something?
Usually 3 times on the plumbing
They said, no, I've got everything this time.
Yeah, never have everything. I mean, but it's almost like a joke to us now. I mean, when somebody starts a plumbing job, we say, well, we'll see you here in a little while. And sure enough, they'll show up in a little while. But, so it's fun. But people that do plumbing, if they don't do it for a living, they just don't realize what
you don't realize all the stuff that plumber's already got on his truck.
Yeah.
On the courthouse square at 30 2nd Street is the law firm of Logan Thompson Law. Since 1965, they have served the legal needs for the good citizens of Cleveland-Bradley County. If you've got a problem, they're no problem. Give them a call.
Kenneth, what year did you buy that, or did it take you a while to decide to buy it? Was that a big decision, or?
Well, like I said earlier, I didn't think there would ever even be a sale. Many times when I was younger, I've been there for a while, I had a couple of times I had an opportunity to maybe buy another hardware store or do what Jim did, sell hardware, and I just didn't. But, I always thought it'd be neat to own a hardware store. But one morning, let's see, probably about 2002, I come into work one morning. Clayton was back there in his office. He said, "Come back here a minute." He said, "You want to buy this store?" And I almost hit the floor. And
How old were you then?
well, that'd be 68, 20. I was probably in my mid-40s. And I said, "Sure." I said, "I don't think I can afford it." He said, "We'll see what we can work out." And he come back later. He says, "Are you to your senses now?" He said, "Did I kind of floor you?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "You're lucky I didn't hit the floor." But so we worked on it for a couple of years, probably.
Off and on, did he waffle back and forth, or
Well, I ended up getting an SBA loan, and that's hard to get.
Well, that takes a year, doesn't it?
It
If you're
takes
lucky.
a long time, and that's what it was. It was just they just want blood. I mean, it's just a long way to get there, but we made it work.
It's about the only way you can get there on something like that. If you don't inherit it.
Yeah,
'Cause
but we made it work.
Because a lot of the stuff is in stock.
Yeah, and a lot of places don't like to buy stock.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I bet I would be shocked how much money is in stock.
it's a bunch. Because we got so many little things. I mean, it just adds up.
It would just be like in the millions, I guess.
No, it ain't that much, but it's a lot.
But how often would you turn around stuff?
Some stuff takes a year to turn. Of course, feed, we turn it every week. But I would say a good average would be 2.5, 3 turns a year, probably.
You got interest on that, right? You got to pay for it, I guess.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, you go to the hardware shows. We'll go in October, November to buy for next year for the spring season. This stuff starts coming in January. But the reason you go to the buying shows is they'll give you some terms, let you go ahead and get it in. Have to pay for it till end of the season. Basically, a lot of products, but
It's sort of built in the pricing, I
right,
guess.
right. But you have to really plan ahead. Really have to plan ahead.
If you'd had to go to a regular bank, would that have worked, or did you just about have to do it?
Well, I actually talked to one, but it wasn't going to work.
Just too far out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's why they have the Small Business
That's the only way I
Administration.
could do it because I had no money.
Well, that's why they had the Small Business Administration, right?
Yeah. But they make it hard on you. Yeah. I guess they want to make it hard. Pretty well guarantee they're going to get their money somehow.
Or just government bureaucracy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it makes it work when it wouldn't have done otherwise,
Sure.
I guess.
Sure.
Now, y'all closed one of the roads here when I was on the planning commission? I
Yeah.
think.
That road beside where my entrance is.
Yeah.
Was that 7th Street? Anyway, we thought we got it closed a year or two before that, but we ended up having to go back in there again. But I've got the parking lot where I've got it now.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see people crossing a road to come into my store, and
Yeah.
that was the reason me and Clayton wanted that road closed. And nobody was using it for anything.
That's the only reason people use that road.
I mean, but we wanted to have it, and we got it closed. I mean, so So it worked out for us, but it just didn't make no sense. I mean, really.
You've got what? How many blocks would you say that is? Or is it, would you say it's a whole block nearly now?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, we have a block, Clayton's whole side there is a block, but the parking lot side, that I bought that. And my property goes all the way down to the next road, so I guess it would be 2 blocks.
I guess, yeah.
Everything, yeah.
You ever go down to that coffee shop that's down the way on the right?
I haven't, but my wife's been there. She says it's good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
They need to get more business.
I'm not into exotic coffees like that.
Well,
I
they've
just
got
like black
regular,
coffee.
they've got just regular coffee too, but it's real quiet in there, and they got good air conditioning.
Yeah, she's been in there a few times. She says it's real good. Yeah.
But they just don't seem to have that. Wildwood needs more business.
We
don't
need
it?
more businesses there.
Now, how do you do it?
I don't know. We need that grocery store that we got closed down there. That was Eric's and was Watson's.
Watson's, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say Erickson's?
There was a guy named Eric that bought it from Watson's,
Yeah.
and he had it for a while. But yeah, we need a grocery store down there.
I remember as a kid, that was a viable
Yeah.
grocery store.
Sure.
I mean, buggies
Yeah.
and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need
that
some
was
more stuff.
that was odd that Tip Top. It was a Tip Top, right? I guess was it?
I guess it
Or
was. Well, I mean, Watson's was
Tip
Tip-Top.
Top.
Yeah.
So they had that one and the one on Ocoee Street
Mm-hmm.
at this. They had that one, the one on Ocoee Street, and the one on Inman. They had, and the one in Polk County. They had 4, right?
What was the one on Inman at?
It was where the bank across from
Oh,
the bank.
was that?
I think that was.
I don't know. Wasn't that a Cook's?
Yeah, it was a Cook's. You're right. But before that,
Before that, was it a Watson's? I'm not sure.
I guess you're right. Yeah. Well, it's funny. Tip Tops. They just all those old. I guess they just they don't change with the times. I
Right,
guess.
right.
And they all got old. I guess.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure whether any of the Watson's boys are still alive. Or
I don't
not.
think they are.
Yeah. But yeah, we need a grocery store. I mean, we need more stuff. I think we'll get more stuff once all this construction they're doing.
Yeah,
happens.
and if you want to be somewhere where there's a lot of traffic, I think that people are probably driving down there too fast to notice what's available.
Yeah,
Maybe
they do drive fast on Wildwood Avenue.
they go fast.
And you better have your seatbelt on.
Yeah.
They'll pull you over, buddy.
Have you ever seen the likes of the homeless people we've got now down towards Inman and?
Yeah, it's of course they moved when they built that place on. Oh shoot, I can't remember where they.
They're off Smith Drive.
Yeah, Smith Drive. That kind of moved a lot of them, but there's that homeless shelter kind of across from us. They have to turn away people every day.
Yeah, and they sit outside till they open up.
Yeah.
I don't think they house but maybe 10 people.
They don't. It's not very large.
And
I
you
don't
can't.
think.
I think they can't stay long.
But they do. They've actually built now a canopy for them to sit there and stay there.
What is it about these people that are homeless now? I just don't remember having that in the past. I mean,
Which they ever were.
why wouldn't you just? If I was homeless, I guess I'd move to walk the Appalachian Trail.
There you go.
And,
Yeah.
at least they wouldn't be running me off. If I'm going to stay in a tent,
Sure,
it might as well be in the Appalachian.
Yeah. I don't know whether some people can help it or not help it. You feel sorry for them, but you don't know.
And maybe they don't even. Maybe that's just a preferred way they want to live.
Some people want to live like that.
I mean, they're not worried about that thing that we'll have, because me and you'll have problems next week, right? Some kind of problems with the
Well, sure,
job.
sure.
I mean, it'll be a
Sure.
$10,000 issue, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's hard to say.
But it seems to be that there's more of them.
Yeah. Yeah. We see them. Sometimes they used to come in our store, but I think now they've got like porta potties down there and things like that.
Oh, they just come in and use the
It got to
bathroom?
be an issue, yeah. Yeah, that,
How did you deal with that, or just
well,
because
we,
you? I mean,
you know, you just try to feel sorry for people. You know,
Yeah.
we would let them use it, but there got to be one point where it was really being used a lot, and then somebody really messed it up inside. And I put a lock on it.
once
after
that happens, you got to.
I mean, just one person messed it up for everybody, but what do you do, you know?
Yeah.
You know, so. And now again, like I said, they've got the porta potty down there, so I don't think we don't have much of an issue. People all the time say, "Man, you must have a problem with," but we don't. Well, I mean, we have had, but it's not that bad. It really is.
Well, you know, it just makes you wonder, if we didn't have that problem before, why do we have it now? There's got to be a reason.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the reason is, but I just don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to.
I mean, as a kid, I remember maybe one or two people. That was about it, and they all stayed at the courthouse.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a fact. Yeah.
And a lot of them were handicapped.
Yeah.
So I don't know the answer.
Just different cultures there
Just
anymore. It
different.
seems like it.
Do you feel you have to always be evolving your business and always thinking about the different, like even hiring, you know, like changing the products you buy, or is it a constant battle trying to think, how should I do this next?
It is a constant battle.
I mean, because you could buy $100,000 worth of stuff and not sell it.
Yeah, and you know, the comment now, you wonder, you know, I'm getting ready to have to go to a buying event, and do I buy as much as I bought last year? Do I buy a little bit less? How do I feel about you? You're really, you know, you're out on the limb. It's just a gamble. It's a gamble.
And the people you're talking to are trying to sell you on it, so
So
they're
they'll say
so
twice
they're
as much as
biased.
you want. Yeah, yeah, but there again, I've been there a few years. It's a little easier for me. So
Can
figure
you
something else
see a new
out.
product and you can pretty well tell it won't sell or it will sell?
no, not for me. Clayton really liked to buy new products. He would really try things, and a lot of times the things that he would buy were good sellers, but we were ahead of our time when he would buy them. We'd buy them and try them for 2 or 3 years, and then we'd just get rid of it. Then the next year, everybody come in the store wanting them, and we'd already got rid of them because they just weren't selling. We did that a lot,
Yeah.
but he was a little bit ahead of the time sometimes buying stuff, and so that's a learning experience having to figure out stuff like that.
You know, Munford's went out, didn't they? Remember they were there?
Yeah, Bill Maxwell, he was a great
Bill
guy.
Maxwell, he was. I really liked Bill. He hadn't been dead too long, has he?
You know, I didn't even know.
Maybe.
I was going to say I didn't know whether he's alive or not. I haven't heard, so I don't know.
He's been dead maybe 2 years or
really?
something.
Yeah.
He helped him at the flooring center.
Yeah, yeah, he was a good guy.
And he came from West Building Materials.
Right.
Remember that?
Yep.
They went out.
They were right there behind him, really.
That's where Cracker Barrel is now.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, things change, don't they?
Oh, in a hurry. In a hurry. Yeah.
I mean, it's not. It doesn't usually changes don't evolve. They just all of a sudden they're just there.
Yeah.
So I bet even credit cards were a big thing to start taking. That's
Yeah,
probably something he
when
dealt
we
with.
first started taking credit cards, we were having to do this and
Yeah.
call authorizations on everything. Of course, a lot of people weren't using them then. It only
Yeah,
took a
like
while.
5% or something.
Yeah.
Now it's like, what, 95%?
You know, well, probably our business is 50%, I would say.
And
See, we have a lot of charge business. I don't say a lot,
Yeah.
but quite a bit, big farms and things like that, and factories. So, but our credit card probably 50% of our.
is that billing? Does it get? Wileen does that, right?
Yeah.
She's been
She's
doing
good.
that forever.
Oh yeah, she's a good girl.
She's been there
You know, I don't.
maybe longer than you have.
No, she ain't been there longer than me, but she's probably been there 30-something years. Yeah, I would say.
Her mother was my seamstress.
Oh,
used
is
to
that right?
sew, yeah.
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 Yeah, her mother was a nice lady. I
Yeah.
remember her. She'd come in the store a lot, yeah.
But if you think about it, will hardware evolve even further 20 years from now or 15 years from now? Will you be selling something we hadn't even thought of?
More than likely. Who knows what's going to happen 20 years down the road, 15 years down the road. But, people's going to have houses, and they're going to have.
Why don't you just retire?
I'd love to. It's hard to do. I'm thinking about
Do
it.
you think it's more mentally, what in the world would I do?
I don't know what
Or who would I?
I'd probably, if I could sell the store, I'd probably be the best employee they had. I'd probably have to hang around.
Now
2 or
you
3
know
days
what
a week.
Clayton was up against, right?
Sure,
I guess.
sure.
Because he was the same position.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But he must have really liked you a lot to hold on for 2 years and to work through that process with you and stay hitched to the idea of selling.
Clayton was just a good man. I mean, I can't emphasize it more. He was a great guy, sure was.
Was he related to James Beaty or any of them? I wonder. What was James' daddy's
I'm
name?
not sure who James Beaty is. There was a couple of Beatys that were his cousins or whatever in Cleveland. He was, of course, Clay was the only child. And his mother was Harris. So, the gas station, Orbit.
Oh, Cotton.
Yeah, she was. So that's Clayton's cousins. All them.
Let's see, she was a Harris. She must have been
Will's Clayton's cousin.
Will, yeah.
And I can't think of what his dad's name was, who was Clayton's
Well,
mother's
don't tell
brother. And I know it, I can't even think of it.
I know it too.
They used to have, they used to rent U-Hauls there.
Yeah, used to rent U-Hauls.
Me and Clay would always, he would like to go to hardware shows and buy displays there because you could buy them cheap.
Yeah.
We went to, I don't know why we had 2 hardware shows back to back, maybe a hardware and farm show. We were in Baltimore and he'd pulled a U-Haul up there to buy some displays. We had that thing full. And we were driving from Baltimore to Indianapolis.
Homer Harris.
Homer, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And I would have thought it was later too. But, and he had rented or got the U-Haul from Homer and them. And it's middle of summer, I mean, hot as could be, probably about midnight. And I was probably half asleep. Clayton was driving. I felt this thump, and I looked back, and the medium was on fire. The tire or the wheel on that U-Haul had come off the rim, or come off, but the bolts were still intact, so he obviously had the wrong rim or something on it, and caught that medium on fire. We had to we went out there, he had a fire extinguisher. We finally got the thing out, and they had a fire truck come out there, but that was the funniest thing I remember happening to us one time. It scared both of us to death, but it was an experience.
Boy, those things that happened, you wouldn't trade them for nothing.
Yeah.
The memories.
Yeah. Yeah, then we called Virgil, Clayton's dad, who was alive then. He comes, pulls another U-Haul up there and empties that one, takes it back home.
So I bet Clayton's wife was Homer's sister. Maybe?
Clayton's mother was Homer's sister.
Yeah, Clayton's mother was Homer's
She
sister.
was, yes.
And Homer's cousin was Cotton.
Oh, okay.
That's where I
Yeah,
got
think
that.
so. Yeah.
Cotton Harris.
Yeah, but Homer was who I couldn't think
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
Do I remember right? But when I was working for my uncle as a kid, I think we used to get tires patched there. Or am I thinking wrong?
Gosh, they had that big shop back there. Maybe, I can't remember.
I think they used to change tires or fix flats or something.
Maybe because, I mean, that red building behind us, we sold tractors and everything back there.
Yeah.
Sold motorcycles one time, little motorcycle. They've actually tried everything there. We've sold appliances, we've sold everything over the years.
If you had to tell somebody what the secret of being successful, because let's face it, you were running Beaty's Hardware even before you took over.
Sure.
What's the secret?
Gosh, I don't know. Just being good to people. We just like to take care of people, like your cameraman said about his key. He had a key, and we just cut his blank that he had. I mean, we just try to cater to people.
And you can't try to make all you can off of a customer.
No.
You want them to come back and make it a little every week and not all at once. I guess.
We have to, especially because we've got to get people to drive to Beaty's. We're a bit more of a destination store. I have to have good prices. If people shop my store, they realize that I'm as cheap or cheaper than a lot of products Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace, or any of them has. But I have to, because they have to drive to my store. There has to be a reason for them to drive there.
Well, you can get in and out quick, too.
Mm-hmm.
You
Sure.
don't have to park.
Sure. And you know what? When you walk in the door, we're going to help you, too. I bet you when
That's
you come
always
in,
there.
I bet when you came in the other day, somebody hit you when you come in the door.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was in and out there I don't even think I turned my car off.
Now, that's not a good thing to do in our neighborhood.
I can't even remember what I bought.
Yeah, you could lose a truck, leave it running in our neighborhood.
You know, it's really not that bad, though, is it?
No, not really.
I've got 2 houses over there in Blythe Avenue. 4, actually. And knock on wood, they're never vacant, never have any problem. I bet I hadn't had people move out in 10 years.
Well, that's great.
It's just no problem.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think that here's one thing I've noticed about these big stores. They'll do sort of almost trickery. It's like they'll trick you on the sizes you buy, or they'll have this one, this is next to that, and it's I don't know, it's almost like you can get fooled on stuff.
They're real smart.
Yeah,
They're real smart. They variable price real good.
Now,
Stuff that people know the price of,
yeah.
they're real smart on the price of that. And everything else,
That's
they get you
that's
on.
what I'm talking about, and certain
Yeah, sure.
sizes and stuff like that. And I almost feel like I'm trying to be on guard or something. And
Yeah, but they got to make money for the stockholders. So they make money.
I'd rather them just add a percentage that they need to stay in business and let it go at that. I believe if they did that, it would work better for them. But who are we to say? They've
That's
got
right.
the big stores. And
Yeah, can't get their
what'd
parking
you
lot.
say call that variable pricing?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Variable price is where that if there's a key item that everybody knows the price of,
Like milk and bread or something?
yeah, they have a good low price or real good competitive price on that, and then the buttermilk beside it, they may double their money on. Something like
Yeah.
that. It's just smart pricing.
You know, I heard about this one store that was in trouble in the news about selling these name-brand products, but they would have slightly lower volumes inside the box with the same size box, of course, but slightly lower volumes. Because you don't get cereal and say how many ounces
weigh it,
is
yeah.
this. You just know it's about the same size box.
Right.
And so it's almost like a carnival trick.
Sure. Well, I guess they would just use the same box, but change the
Change
weight
the
on the
volume.
outside. Nobody pays attention.
That's what
to
they
it.
were. That's what they're
Wow.
being found guilty of. And wouldn't that be a good scam?
Yeah.
Because, you know, sometimes you get potato chips now and you open up and say, where's the potato chips?
I like to snack on them, but you can't snack long.
No. Boy, isn't it something what a bag of potato chips costs now?
Everything.
I wonder what a bag of potato chips is, Gwen. $4 for a bag of potatoes. Can you believe that?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, but it's everything's like that.
Everything.
The prices, you know, we've had so many price increases. If people come and buy stuff, I can't believe they're paying the price they are when they buy it from me. And I'm not making a fortune off of it. I've had to pay twice as much as I was paying 2 years ago. So it's costing twice as much. But when people come in there and buy it, I'm just amazed. Because I'm used to what the prices were.
Right.
They were cheaper.
Right.
You know, you buy a single bit X now, and it's $40. Well, I'm used to selling it for $20.
Or $18.99.
Yeah, but people buy them. I mean, they have to. I mean,
See, I wouldn't even know what a price of an axe was.
Yeah.
So I just pay the 40 probably.
But I mean, that's why a lot of people are. But it just amazes me. But people don't flinch anymore. I mean,
Now the old timers wouldn't have bought an axe. They wouldn't have gone to the hardware. They'd use the one that
they would put a handle in it.
you had to put a handle in it.
Which right now you can't get. It's hard to get handles.
I bet that's probably about like buggy whips or something.
Yeah, you just can't. I mean, and people come in wanting handles quite a bit, but you know, best I can do is, I can't get them. Hickory handles or oak handles, whatever.
Remember that Clint Eastwood movie, The Unforgiven, when he walked by that barrel of axe handles, and that guy was going to hit him, and he picked that up and beat 4 guys up with it. Remember that?
Yeah.
Wasn't it axe handles?
I think it was.
I think
it was axe handles. Yeah. How funny.
But boy, don't we have it good in Cleveland. Was your family from here?
My family was from McMinn County. My mother was from Etowah, and my father was from Athens.
How did they get here?
My daddy got a job with Colonial Baking in Chattanooga. And we moved to Chattanooga. I was probably 2 years old, maybe 3 years old. And then they moved him to Cleveland. To
work where?
Colonial Baking here in Cleveland.
Oh.
And he worked there for 47 years. He drove a truck for 47 years. He drove a truck for 47 years and never had an accident.
Well, I'll have one. Now, how in the world did they meet, reckon? I'm always interested in that.
You know, I really don't know.
Because if she was from Etowah, of course, Etowah then was a little more booming.
That's right there together, yeah. But, you know, I don't know, and we never, I guess we just never asked.
Or maybe maybe they told you, but you didn't.
Yeah, but I couldn't say.
So the Malones have been in this region.
Yeah.
Etowah, McMinn County.
Oh, yeah.
Athens, Riceville, that's...
Mm-hmm. Sure, my dad was, there was 12 siblings in his family, and my mother, there was 11 siblings in her family. So I got lots of aunts and uncles.
Boy, I bet.
And cousins I'll never
Are
meet.
most of them still in Athens or that area? Or?
Most of them, my mother was a Watson, but most of them kind of stayed in the area. The Malones moved around a little bit more, Florida and just all.
How long's your dad been passed?
He's been passed now 12 years, I think, right at 12 years. He was alive while I bought the store, but he died not
Did he help any at the store?
Do what?
Did he help any at the store?
No. No, he was retired. All he did was play golf.
Oh.
Every day, just about, until he couldn't.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you a pretty good golfer?
No. Then you played for one time.
Yeah, but where'd we play?
We played in a tournament.
I bet we were.
I was trying to think of.
I bet I got one of those pictures.
It was
Probably
me,
home builders or.
It was me and you, Gene Officer. And I can't remember who else.
Greg Kibble, maybe.
I don't think it was.
Lyle Sawyer.
I don't think it was Greg, but I can't remember. I couldn't tell you who we played with, but it was something. I think a chamber. Maybe
I'm sure it was
tournament, something like that. But
I can't hardly stand to play golf.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
Well, you're just having fun.
But, you know, I don't remember that at all. But I usually, whenever I played those tournaments, I usually played with Gene Officer
Yeah.
and Greg Kibble. And
But I remember Gene, it was funny, you may remember it now, but Gene forgot his golf shoes.
oh, I remember that one.
He didn't
Yeah,
have his
I
golf
remember
shoes
that.
when
Yeah.
we was playing. He
Yeah.
played with his regular street shoes. I thought that was funny.
Oh, that ain't nothing. One time, me and him went somewhere, and we got in the car. Me and him and John Paul Douglas were together.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember John
And we
Paul.
got in the car and we was driving, and Gene had forgot to take off his house shoes. That's a true story. And we went on to where we was going, and he just wore his house shoes.
There's something about his shoes, I guess.
Yes. But can you imagine wearing your house shoes?
That's
He just
funny.
went, you know, they were fluffy and all.
Yeah. Gene was a nice guy, good guy.
Kenneth, I've really enjoyed it. Beaty's Feeding Hardware is a staple of Cleveland, and it's always been around. And if you need anything, you can always go down to Beaty's.
Yeah.
And it's so good to have somebody that's a consistent person like you, and I'm just glad you came.
Well, I appreciate you asking me.